Hi friends, this is Prasad. You're watching Power BI with Prasad. As we already know, we started a new series, which is free mock interviews. You can give it a try before you attend your live job interview, and then you can know your merits and demerits. Right? And obviously, the interview will be performed by a professional real-time interviewer, and then you can know your skills. You can get assessed on your resume, communication skills, presentation skills, Power BI, DAX, Power Query, real-time scenarios, and you'll get your overall review, personalized overall review after you give your mock interview. And then definitely you can know your review, you can upgrade your skills, and then with confidence, you can give your live interview with the extended skills. So for that purpose, okay, we are doing this free mock interviews. Definitely it will help you to achieve your dream job, and then don't run behind the companies. Let the companies run behind you with their offers. So just try this free mock interviews. Again, a lot of people are asking how to attend how to participate in this mock interviews. It's very simple. Just if you are new to this channel, subscribe and then hit the bell icon. Then send a mail ID. Send your resume to our mail ID, which is powerbiprofessionals@gmail.com with a subject line mock interviews. Once again, just send your resume with a subject line of mock interviews to powerbiprofessionals@gmail.com. Right? So once you're done, so then obviously our team will contact you to schedule a mock interview. So thank you so much for a lot of big response. So a lot of people are sending resumes. We are trying to make it as early as possible. So right now, today we do have another candidate ready for mock interview. Let's start the interview. So our interview candidate has been joined right now. So we will start the interview. So hi, Sheetal, how are you?
Hello, sir. I am good. How are you?
So I'm doing good. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself as, like my name is Prasad, and then having 6 years of experience in Power BI, and then total 11 years of experience, and coming to here and the technical head over here. So can you please tell me about yourself?
Okay, my name is Sheetal Sharma, and currently I'm working as a Power BI developer in Fangua New Energy Private Limited, and this company is located in Gurgaon.
Okay, so that's fine. And then can we know something like your experience, and then what kind of projects that you've been done? So
Okay. Sir, my total experience is 5 years, but in Power BI it is 2 years only. Like in Power BI it is 2, but overall it is 5 years.
that's fine. So what kind of projects that you've been dealt in Power BI?
Sir, projects that I have made are like this company is a manufacturing company, so I have made rejection analysis data and like breakdown data, downtime data, all these things in a Power BI.
Okay, so that's fine. If I ask you to rate in different sections in Power BI, so how would you rate in Power Query? How good you are if I want you to rate in 10 marks?
And Power Query 10 out of 10.
That's great. And then in visualization?
10 out of 10.
That's great. And then in DAX?
That's 8 out of 10.
That's fine. And then Power BI services?
Power BI services 8 out of 10.
That's fine. So it's fantastic. Okay, so let's go into content. I have some questions that I need to ask you. So have you ever done ETL part in your project?
Yes, I have done ETL part. ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. And this we are doing in Power Query Editor tool. Like this is Power Query Editor tool available in Power BI. So when we are using this Power BI desktop, then we used to clean the data using ETL in Power Query Editor. So in this, like we can add rows, remove rows. If we have to add column, all these things we can use. We can split column, split rows, all these things, merge, append. Like if we have to append rows or merge column, that thing we can do in ETL part.
That's fantastic. So let me ask you a few more questions on Power Query. So I'll give you a small scenario that, so I do have two things that was already clubbed. Okay. So what I do have is like, I do have a serial number. Again, I don't know like whether it is a fixed one or a random one, whether it has only fixed digits or a random digits. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
A sequence number or a serial number. And the second one is the product name.
Okay.
Product name and serial number. Unfortunately, they were clubbed and then got into one column. So what function, what
Okay.
option do you use to get them into
Sir,
like?
for that there is an option of split. So we will go to split. So there are many options available. Like we used to split by delimiter by space. So from there we can select. Then we can divide it into two different
Yes,
columns.
yes, but okay. So my scenario is like very clear. I do have a serial number and the product name, two different things clubbed. And then we are not sure like, okay, how many digits that would you have in one number? Okay, we do have 100 and then after that 1000. So something like that. Again, the product name also like is very random thing. So at that instance, do we have any option to make them into two different columns?
So this I don't know.
So again, okay, the same thing, the one that you told in the same options, we do have non-digit to digit option. So obviously
Okay.
you can split from that. Okay, so again,
Okay. Sir.
so again, we do have another in this scenario, like I do have, okay, the first name, okay, written in a capital letter, and then the last name. Okay, first name we wrote in only like one single okay character. So what does it mean by is like if your name is some S Seetal or else M Seetal, something like that. M will be written in capital letter and then Sheetal will be written in small letters. This is my condition. So first name, first character of the first name will take it. And then the entire second name will be written in another column, but both has been got clubbed. So right now, what is the option to make them separate?
Split only, sir. We will go to split column.
Any particular option for that one?
No, split only.
So again, we do have another option, which is like upper to lower. Okay, so we'll use that. But again, you're going the right way, but okay, so that's fine. In the split only, we do have another option, so that's fine. So not an issue. So that's very good. And then have you ever used conditional column?
Conditional column. No, this I have not used, sir. Conditional column.
That's fine. So did you ever use any custom columns?
Custom column I have used.
Okay. So regarding, like, can you give me any example for which one you have been used that one?
Like custom column, we are using like we have to add another column, then we are like selecting custom column, then we are adding one more column. This option is available in Power Query Editor only. Like we are selecting any particular column, then we are able to add another.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So that's okay. So again, I do have one more question in the same Power Query. So where you can see two options like duplicate and reference. So when you want to like go for and then duplicate table, so we can see like two options. One is duplicate and the second one is reference. What is the difference between those two?
Duplicate. Sir, can you please repeat the question?
So in query pane, so in the Power Query, so if you right click on orders, so obviously you can see two options. So one is duplicate and second one is reference. So what are those two options? What is the key difference between them?
Sir, duplicate is for duplicating the data. For that we are using. Reference we are using like we have using particular column as a header. So for that purpose we are using reference.
Not exactly. The first one is very right. When you want to duplicate a table, okay, you can duplicate it over here, but reference is not like that. So once you duplicate, so after that, if you made any changes to the source table, that will not be replicated in the duplicate table. But if you reference a table, whatever that would make the changes in the source table, that will be represented in the reference. That is what the key difference. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go with next concept like visualization. So where could we like Power query? So we can go. You have told that you've gone with like merge queries and append queries. Okay, that's fine. So again, a lot of content you told. That's very good. So again, the very next concept that we want to go with is, you told that in the visualization you are very good. So that's so fine to listen with. So let me give you one visual, and then you can tell that what kind of like scenarios that we use that one. Tree map. So again, so in which kind of scenarios that we use this one?
Tree map.
Tree map.
Okay, tree map. The tree map is the basically we are using for like if we have multiple data for that purpose only.
So when you have multiple categories, and then even
multiple
though
categories,
if without okay having the total aggregation or something else, you can like find out which one gave the higher contribution. That is like part in not like part in whole contribution kind of representation. So do we have you ever used a funnel chart?
Funnel chart, yes, I have used funnel chart. This is we are using for there is an increase or decrease in some data, na? So for that purpose we are using it. Like
Any particular scenario that we use that one for, like for this particular scenario we'll use this kind of this visual prominently, like okay more times. So any that kind of scenario do you have?
Like if we have the COVID virus case, so we are increasing how it is increasing. So for that purpose, like we are using that funnel chart. Increase or decrease part we need to show through that only. Like for a particular country we have selected, like in this particular country, in this way, COVID cases are increasing and decreasing. For that purpose, we can use that funnel.
So yeah, okay, that's also okay, but still more the time like when you have like yearly comparison, year over year comparison. So from the previous year or from the earlier year, what is that? How much percentage it was increased or decreased? For this kind of comparison, we'll use this one. Year over year comparison, we'll use the funnel chart. That's fine. And then maybe we'll go for right here. Slicer. So again, slicer, you people know that very important chart. I do have one more question over here. So in the slicer, okay, I do have single select option and then select all option. If I opt for select all option and then in the slicer, if I select all, what exactly happens? So or else I'll give you another scenario.
There are multiple countries in slicer. We are showing different countries. So if we will select all, then in other visual, it will show all the countries, like data for all the countries. But if we are selecting any particular country in slicer, like it slicer act as a visual filter that we are applying to the visuals. So if we are selecting particular country, then it will show the data for that particular country only, not for all the countries and other visuals like that we have.
That's good. That's good. So one more addition for this one is like, if I don't select anything in my slicer, what happens?
If I don't select,
I do have a slicer, but I don't select anything.
If you don't select, then data will be as it is, like जो भी visual हमने create किया है, in this way only it will be, मतलब particular कोई data नहीं show करेगा, like.
Right, it's not like that. Okay, so again, so two scenarios. Once I selected everything, I use select all. So I use select all option. And in second scenario, I didn't select anything. So what is the answer for first one? What is the answer for the second one? If you are sure with that, you can tell, or else we can skip the question.
So I am not sure about this.
So right, that's fine. Okay, no issues. Again, so have you done any like visual customization? So converting normal visuals into something special kind of visuals.
Ji, like there are multiple option like visuals available.
So I'm
Like,
not talking about custom visuals. I'm talking about
okay.
visual customization.
Okay. So in that, what we are doing, like if we have made one visual, then we can convert it into another visual. Like we have made funnel chart, so we can convert it into some another visual also. So
Okay.
that will be
So
a
using
custom
funnel
visual.
chart, what exactly did you convert it? Like what did you like made it?
Like
Any-
yearly data, suppose we are showing through funnel chart. So for that, we can use column chart, column stack chart to show the data. In this way, data will be shown in column chart, column stack chart.
So right. So again, so that's okay. Right. So if I want to like show another visual in this visual, so how can it possible?
Another visual, and this visual only.
Yes, if I hover on this visual, I need to show another visual.
Sir, I don't remember.
So that's an advanced tooltip concept. So that's fine. So
Okay.
we are good to go with like the next concept. So DAX. So let me ask from very simple questions. As you have like 2 years of experience, I don't want to make it too tough. So very simple is like find and search. I have two functions. What is the key difference between them? What are they used for? And then what is the key difference between them?
Find and switch.
Search.
Okay, sir. In switch, we can switch to like
No,
another.
I'm not asking switch, search function.
Acha,
Find
search.
and
Okay,
search
find
function.
and search. Okay. Find.
Okay, if you're not sure, you can skip the question.
I'm not sure, sir. I'm not
That's
sure.
fine. That's fine. So again, let's go with some other. Okay. What is calculate function and what is summarize function?
The calculate function is basically used for calculating the data. Like if like we have like calculating the data, then calculate, we can use that calculate function, then we can use that sum function, then we can add column. So in this way, data will be calculated. So calculate is basically used for calculating, and summarize is for like if we have to summarize something, then for that purpose we are using summarize data.
Any
And
scenario for summarize function?
like for summarize, like we need to have some expression, then we are like selecting the expression comma that table comma expression.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's okay. So let us suppose that I do have a scenario like I do have two relations between two tables.
Okay.
Two relations. I need to have two relationship between two tables. So in that scenario, what we can do, how we can solve this one. So can we have two relationships at one time between two tables, or else how we can manage?
Two relationship means two things we have to calculate.
Let me tell you like, okay, one example, clear example. I do have order date and then I do have ship date.
Okay.
So that is my orders table. And then the second table is my date table or calendar table, whatever you call it. So I need to have a relation. I have some calculation based on order date. I have some calculation based on ship date. So obviously I need to have relation between the order date and of the order table with the date columns date table, and the ship date from orders table to date column in the calendar table or date table. So right now we are having two relationships. So in this scenario,
Okay, so
how
for
you
that
can
we
use?
can use summarize function. Then we can select expression from this one table and expression from another table. So summarize will just summarize the data.
Again, this is not that scenario. Like we can't have two relationships between two tables in which I told right now, this in the scenario. We can have only one active relationship. The second one that we need to make as inactive relationship. Again, we need to call that. So inactive relationship to make it into active relationship using use relationship function, and then you can solve that one. So that's fine. So again, can you tell me something regarding the cardinality?
Cardinality, sir, in this, like we are making the relation between two or more tables. So that is cardinality. Like there is a relationship option in Power BI, so we can make the relationship between two or more tables. So that is cardinality.
We can give relationship between only two tables directly. We can't give more than two. But cardinality is like the type of relationship. So whether one table is like having duplicates and the second table has a duplicate or not,
Okay.
based upon that, okay, so it will become so one to many, many to many to one, many to one, this kind of one to one. These are called like cardinalities. Again, so have any idea regarding cross filter direction?
No, sir, don't have idea about this cross filter.
That's fine. That's fine. So again, galaxy schema. Do you have any idea about galaxy schema?
No, no, sir.
That's fine. Okay, no issues. So let's make in this way. So one more scenario I'll give you. I do have my year, customer, and transaction.
Okay.
So it was 10 years of data. So year, customer, and transaction. Using these three columns in my table, I need to have yearly count of yearly per customer transactions. So how you can do
Yearly customer,
yearly
and
per customer transactions.
transaction. So what we have to do with that?
So I need to get yearly per customer transactions need to be calculated. Either you want to make it a
transaction need to be calculated.
Yearly customer wise transactions, count of yearly customer wise
wise
transactions need to be calculated.
Okay. Sir, I don't know.
Yes, that's fine. And then you can use summarize over here to get this solved. Okay. So summarize function can solve this scenario. Right.
Okay.
That's fine. And then, okay, we'll go with Power BI services. So have you created any workspace in your like Power BI experience?
Like there is an option of my workspace. So there we can prepare our dashboard, then we can share it with clients or like.
No, I'm asking like, have you created any workspace?
Yes.
Okay. So that's fine. And then let us suppose that I do have two workspaces. I do have a report in my first workspace. I need to make a copy of that one into second workspace. Right? How can we do that? Or else if we can do, how? If we can't do, why?
Copy we have to do.
I need to have the copy of a report which is in this workspace 1 to workspace 2. Is it possible?
Yes, this can be done. Yes, this can be done.
So how? Any right? So any procedure that you know?
So that procedure I don't remember, but this we can do.
So let us suppose that you've been done. So you're telling that you can do, like, that's fine. So the first report will have the data set. So in the workspace one, so will we get the database, okay, also copied into the workspace two, or else, like, where will that be, like, exist?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
So again, when you have the report, you will have the data set also, right?
Yes, yes, sir,
If I copy the report, okay, will the data set also get copied?
No, data set will not be copied, only report will be copied.
So again, how we can show the, how we will get that, okay, a report shown over here?
For data set, we are showing in Power BI desktop only.
Again, but how we will get the visual, okay, so which is there in the like workspace too, or you can
Okay,
show the report.
okay,
There will be a reference, okay, no issues. There will be a reference, okay, from workspace one, the data set, to workspace two. So we don't get the data sets, okay, copy, but we'll have a reference, right? So that's fine. And then where will this report stored in Power BI?
Sir,
So
Power BI
Power BI
reports.
services, Power BI services.
Okay, so these are reports are stored in a cloud.
What is it called exactly?
Sir, actually, reports are mostly stored on desktop or cloud. These are the two places where the report is stored.
No, I asked like directly on the store, like services only. So where you store your reports in Power BI services?
Sir, cloud only.
So can any particular name?
That I don't remember.
Like Azure Blobs. That's fine. Okay, so some more questions is like, so let's finish with last one or two questions. Okay. So,
Okay.
so how many refreshes that we can do, okay, if it is pro, and then how many refreshes, auto schedule refresh, that we can do if it is premium?
Okay. So there is an option of like incremental refresh. Like
No,
if we are adding some.
I'm not talking regarding incremental refresh. Okay, I'm talking regarding the schedule refresh. So how many times that we can do schedule refresh if we are using pro license, and then how many schedule refresh that we can do if we are using premium license?
Sir, in pro it is one time only, but in premium we can like do in multiple times. We can refresh the report.
So in the pro we can do 8 times per day, and then the premium we can do like maximum 48 times per day. So that is what we can do.
Okay.
So that's okay. And then one other question that I want to make you is the final question. What is the maximum size for one model in pro in premium capacity?
So this also I don't know.
So that's fine. Thank you so much, okay, for attending this interview. Okay, once after okay, this interview is finished, we'll give you your personalized review. So thank you so much, okay, Sheetal. So
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And then, so hi everyone. Okay, so this is interview from Sheetal. So whatever okay you gain from this, okay, so definitely, so please let us know in the comments. And again, if you are really interested to know your skills, and then okay review what are the key skills that you need to like level up, what are the things that you need to like build and then overcome, what are the merits, demerits, everything. Okay, just ping us, send your resume to the email address. So we will schedule a mock interview so that you can know yourself, okay, before you go to your live interview. So hope this will be useful for you. Again, this is completely free for now, and then you can use this facility. Hope you're all interested. So we'll come up with another mock interview. So until then, have a great day. and bye-bye.